They just came up to my mom and they told her that she's arrested.
I see my dad's already in handcuffs behind a car.
It was all like just a flurry of all the feelings that were happening, like, why is it happening? We were just sitting at the kitchen, listening to the radio, just talking, eating breakfast. It was this big commotion, I guess.
They just asked me, are you Francisco? And I was like, yeah. It's like, you're 19 years old. I was like, yeah. I was like, okay, then you can take care of things. It's like, all right.
So they just left you here with the whole family?
Yeah.
We all just sat down, we just cried.
My dad has been selling ice cream for 20 years now, ever since he got across the border. My mom helps at a food drive, and she's an active member of her church. I'll be walking around, driving around, they're like, hey, you're the ice cream man.
They're scared, they're sad. The older son, Francisco, I've seen him break down several times and cry. He's trying really hard to be the man of the house, but he's a young man. He's 19, but he's a young man. He's going to school, he's still a kid. I can tell you that pre-Trump, I was getting 2 to 3 calls a week. Post-Trump, I get 10 to 15 calls a day. We have one family that we're dealing with. Over the last 2 months, they've taken 3 separate members of the family.
Nobody wants families split. And the way to ensure that, if you're a family, is not to come to this country illegally. Sometimes the sins of the father are visited upon the sons, and that's unfortunate. But the government didn't create those sins.
I was in there, and then my little sisters asked if they could sing a song, and my dad said, of course. And they started singing their song, and my dad, you could just see tears going down his cheeks, and me as well.
I think it's important to speak out about this so that this doesn't become normal, like, oh, this happened to my uncle once, this happened to my father. I don't want this to happen on a regular basis where kids or teenagers or adults are just torn apart from their family.